estaría mejor.
So I'm really excited to talk to you because each of your movies have stayed with me when I leave the cinema, and I can't stop thinking about Oppenheimer. I wanted to ask you first about one thing that I really loved, which is the use of sound and the absence of sound in some scenes, then loud noises. How did you work on this part of the movie and the mix with the score?
Well, I tried to grow the sound in parallel with the picture cut and the music as well. So, for example, on the music front, with Ludwig Göransson, who's doing the score, he would come in the edit suite every Friday. We would cut all week, and on Friday we would screen with whatever experiments and demos he'd done in that week. He started working on the film before we even shot, so there was a lot to work with, and we would evolve the sound of the film and the approach to that, and how we would try to represent, Oppenheimer's inner state, his visualization of energy within matter, that finds its ultimate expression in the Trinity test. And so, for me, it's very important to grow the soundscape and the musical language of the film with the cut of the picture.
It's really, really interesting how it's done. Oppenheimer is a complex movie. It deals with a lot of topics and moral dilemmas, but you've always trusted the audience intelligence, and I wanted to know if you think that it's one of the reasons why the audience responds so well to your movies and goes to see them, even though maybe they aren't as keen as to topics like the atomic bomb, for example.
Yeah, trying to smuggle in some big themes under the guise of entertainment. But I think actually any story, the thing about big scale movie making, Hollywood filmmaking, is at its best, it can be anything and it can tell any kind of story. And I think the audience understands that. I'm a film goer. I've spent my whole life watching all kinds of different movies, whether you're talking about Star Wars, whether you're talking about JFK or Lawrence of Arabia or whatever, films can be anything. The thing that an audience needs is engagement, entertainment. Entertainment is a strange word to use in relation to something as serious as the atomic bomb. But if you think about the fact that you could be entertained by a horror movie, you could be entertained by a romance, it's really just about engagement with the story. And Oppenheimer's story is the most dramatic I've ever encountered. So I felt very confident that if we could do our job right, there's an experience there for the audience that's going to be worth their while coming to the movies for.
You're a director that is really influential in the movie-going fandom about what is talked with Oppenheimer. We are talking about practical effects again and the use of CGI. Do you feel comfortable with being that influential in the movie conversation?
Well, I think for me, it's really about choosing the best methodologies. And there are times in filmmaking where methodologies become controversial somehow. So a few years ago, the fact that I wanted to carry on shooting on celluloid film when everyone was going to digital, somehow I had to defend that, And I think now we've reached a place where everyone understands that they're just different. And some filmmakers love digital, they want to shoot that. And some filmmakers like myself and Quentin and Paul Thomas Anderson and Spielberg, we love film, and we love the way that film sees the way that the eye sees. In particular, in regard to Oppenheimer, my idea was to jump into his head. And if you're trying to sort of see the world the way another human being does, film is absolutely the best way to do that. As far as CG goes, I've just always believed that even though it's incredibly versatile and powerful as a tool, if you can try and photograph things in camera, whether they're miniature things or real things or whatever, but something with the weight and the sort of bite of the real world imagery, it'll fit into the tone of the film better and involve the audience better. But that's just me and my choice. It's not a dogma, even if it's sometimes presented as that. But it's not. It's really about looking at what's the best method for what we're trying to do.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you so much for this interview, and I can't wait to see the movie again. It's a bummer that in Spain we don't have proper IMAX. So yeah, I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.